Right now, as I record this, someone is reaching out to me to buy an exclusive beat. They texted my business number and they sent me a reference and everything. They're making it really easy for me to make this custom beat for them. And obviously they want it exclusively, so they're going to be paying a couple $100s for it. The problem is it's a scam and they don't know that I know. It seems like every day there's a new producer community scam, and these new scams are crazy. I'm going to show you some scams that I never thought would even be possible today. I just want to keep you safe, so you're going to want to watch this. I know we all want to sell exclusive beats, dedicated artists who like what we do and who pay us accordingly. There's nothing better than that. And so that makes us vulnerable to these scams. If we haven't yet sold exclusive beats, that high dollar amount can sometimes mess with our heads and distract us from what's really in front of us. So I'm going to show you some examples of scams, especially the scam that somebody just sent me, because this one's crazy. And then I'm going to show you a brand new one that I've never seen before. And this one's, whew. But I actually saw a video online, a YouTube video made by Be Mad Beats. It only has a couple hundred views. So YouTube hates him even more than he hates me, believe it or not.
This new type of a scam that's going on works like this. Usually a person with a seemingly legitimate profile on Instagram hits you up through direct messages and they tell you that they want an exclusive beat. They make it clear that they want an exclusive license and that they apparently know what they're looking for. They might go as far as giving you an example of what kind of beat they want. And then they ask you also what's the price for an exclusive license. And so far nothing's suspicious, right? Well, the trick happens in the next section of your conversation.
Watch this.
They will try to send you the money right away.
Red flag.
Okay, my exclusive license is $200. They're gonna send you, or at least claim to send you, $150 or even $200 right there and right then, without hearing the beat, without knowing you, without any other information needed. And you know, that's a good thing. You know, that's a good customer.
It's a great customer. It's too good to be true though. So I'm going to show you exactly what the conversation I had with this fake customer started as. Already it's a red flag. You got nice flows. Are you a beat maker? Yeah, bitch, who the fuck you thought you were talking to? Major red flag already. But I entertained it by saying I make beats very dryly. Buying exclusive beat, bro. So how the fuck do you go from you got nice flows and are you a beat maker to I want an exclusive beat from you? That's already a red flag, because if you don't know who I am, why would you spend hundreds of dollars? 5 minutes ago, you didn't know if I rapped or if I sold fertilizer. Now you want to spend a bunch of money from me. So I ask if it's from the website. He wants 5 exclusive beats in this style, brother. And he sends me this attachment. Just like my man Be Mad Beats was saying, he said they will send you a track as a reference, which is great. I mean, the ideal customer, this is why it's so insidious, because we want this to be true. We desperately want a customer who is this organized and this intentional, right? Someone who reaches out, they already have a reference in mind, they have cash in hand, and they're just ready to go. Amazing. I love it. And there are real customers like this, but this is not one of them. So you listen to it, then they ask how much the exclusive would cost. I tell him 500 per exclusive. Immediately he says he needs 5. Asks if I have PayPal. Of course I have PayPal. Also, exactly what the guy said in the video, he said they're going to immediately send you the money. Claim to send you the money immediately, without asking any questions, without asking any terms, without even hearing the beat. Here's the way that I do things. I get a deposit on exclusive beats, because I'm never, ever going to make an exclusive beat for somebody without getting a deposit. Because I go off and spend all my time making this beat, and then they're like, yeah, you know, I'm not feeling that. Or they just ghost you, so you just wasted your time. I get a deposit. I don't even ask for the full amount up front. And then I get a draft going. I send it out, and then they can give me feedback. I make the revisions, and then we work until the beat's complete, and then they send me the remaining balance on that exclusive beat. And then that's when I send them the full beat. That's worked for me. That's what I do. But in these instances, the person is just like within seconds, they're sending you the money. Something's not right. Something is not right. Recording artists don't just part with their money that quickly. That would be very naive and stupid on their part.
A real customer for a beat waits till they hear the beat,
yep,
and then they actually try to buy the beat. These people just try to send you some money, and when they claim that they have sent you some money, your email that your PayPal is connected to will receive an imposterous email that is contained with some bullshit Like, oh, this guy has sent you $200, but your account has been limited due to some unknown reason.
Yeah.
This is where it gets confusing. In that email that seemingly PayPal has sent you, they ask the customer to send you an additional $200 for your account to be unrestricted. Make it make sense.
So he just explained the whole end game. Basically, they're trying to get money out of you either by oversending money and then you got to send some back to them. The trick is they never sent you money to begin with, or they trick you into thinking that your account has insufficient funds or you're locked out of your account. And in order to release the funds, you have to send them money. And there's a scam link that they send you. So this one should be familiar to you. That's been going around the internet for a while. I'll show you an example of that. This is the classic move. Someone contacts you on Instagram, very similar to what I received. Hey bro, are you a beat maker? Why would they ask you that? And then immediately they're ready to send you, $250 when 5 minutes prior they didn't even know that you made what they're buying from you. And then they ask for your PayPal and you give it to them because you want that money, you think it's legitimate, and next thing you know, you get this weird email from PayPal and this is the trick, and it's pretty obviously a scam because it'll come from some email address that isn't a real PayPal email, blah blah blah. Here are some more examples. Sad Boy Southkin1 on Twitter posted these. This is an actual PayPal email for when you receive money, and this is a fake one. As you can see, they look different. The language is strange, and here's one where it says there's a payment on hold, contact sender, and then that's when they request some money from you. But you'll notice that the language is just strange. The grammar is weird. We should be crediting your account now, but we notice it's just we should be it's weird. It's not grammatically incorrect. It's just not professional speech consistent with what you would expect from PayPal. Sometimes it's a little more apparent, there are misspellings, whatever, but not everyone can catch those. Now, what I think is unique about this is the person reached out to me via text. So that kind of creates a false sense of trust, right? Because anyone can make a fake Instagram profile. They feel anonymous, they can reach out to you, they can scam you, they can threaten you, they can do whatever because they feel strong because they're hiding behind the anonymity of an Instagram profile. Text message is a little different, right? So you take it more seriously. They're now escalating their scamming because a text message seems far more legitimate. But let me show you something. This is a great tool. Obviously, this is a scam, but if you were unclear, if you're still on the fence about this, go to whitepages.com, click on reverse phone, and if someone is texting you, put in their phone number. On first glance, look what it says. This number is low spam risk because it's never been reported so far. That doesn't mean shit. I want you to pay attention to this one thing. When you go to area code and provider details, everything here seems fine up until you get to this point. This is their carrier. So if you're a regular person, you might have US Cellular, you might have Verizon, you might have T-Mobile, but this person has something called Text Plus 360 Networks SVR. Let's figure out what that is. Oh, look at that. It's an anonymous texting app. Free unlimited text. You get calls for 2 cents a minute, and it's all anonymous. Very clearly, this is a scam. But if you weren't sure, now you know. Here's a better example of a pretty obvious scam. We have a problem credit. Look at that. Nothing's capitalized. Payment on hold. It just looks all messed up. Contact the last sender to send an additional payment of $200 for your account to be full. That doesn't make any sense. Like the guy said, make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. As soon as this is done, your account will be credited. It's poorly written. And of course, they even write the word safe in case you were concerned whether or not this is safe or not. It's like when someone invites you into their white van and they say, no, I'm a good guy. I'm safe. Don't worry about it. That's how you know they're not actually trying to kidnap you. So 2 points. Let's review. Number one, if they're very eager to send you money immediately, that's a red flag. Number two, if they're contacting you from a dubious looking social media profile or a phone number that is not linked to a legitimate carrier, it's another red flag. It's a scam. But there's a new scam that you have to look out for, and the good people at Heat have exposed this scam, and I want to share it with producers because I've never seen anything like this. Check this out.
There is a new music producer scam going on. We've already had a handful of messages like this morning come in from customers and free downloaders from the people we do support for. So we wanted to share this with you guys to make sure that people that you're working with aren't falling for this. So essentially what this email is saying is like, you don't have the rights to use this beat, so go ahead and pay us $30. And then they're going ahead and linking to a Shopify checkout down there. And like, once you do that, then you're all good. You're in the clear. So we figured out all they're doing doing is they're just going to SoundCloud or YouTube looking for people who have free downloaded a beat and uploaded it to one of those platforms. They're searching the producer's name, like prod by producer name, and then filtering the past month or the past week, then getting the emails of these artists or these producers who are even doing loops. I'll show you in a second. And then just sending them that bullshit email to try and get them to buy a lease or sample clearance. Let me show you. So yeah, they even have one on their Shopify store for a sample clearance. So they're probably doing the same exact shit for people who download like a free loop kit, like with a Kavi, for example. And they're just filtering out the searches and then being like, hey, pay for the clearance. I haven't seen any emails yet, but...
Speaking of free loop kits, why have you not yet downloaded my newest free loop kit? It doesn't make any sense. If you haven't gotten it yet, just get it. 12 samples, download it. There's going to be a link below. And once you download this one for free, I suggest, hey, if you like what you hear, if you like my samples, if you want to support me, I'm selling this pack. It's brand new and it's pretty freaking big. 32 full compositions with stems. And also there is a folder in here with drum loops. And this is honestly my most diverse kit, I think, in a long time. Stuff like that. So big mix, soulful stuff, emotional pain music, hard trap stuff, club records, all of that's in there, plus drum loops. Link below. I'm dropping a link to both the free pack and this premium pack, which is pretty cheap for everything that I'm putting in it. But back to the scams, because that's crazy, because Shopify hopefully isn't going to stand for this. Just know, if anyone reaches out to you and says, hey, you have to pay for this sample clearance, do your research on who that person is and suss out whether or not this is real. I've never heard of a producer going after someone who used their loop with a Shopify link for a $60 sample clearance fee. The other thing too is, this is why I'm always saying, read the terms. If there are no terms in the sample pack that you have, figure out what they are before you use them. You don't want to get caught up in a situation where you're either getting scammed because you don't know what the terms are, where you're in a situation where the creator, the loop maker, all of a sudden is coming at you for some kind of unreasonable split because in their terms, either they were unclear and they asked for sample clearance, or they clearly laid out some unreasonable terms and you just weren't paying attention.
So this guy reached out to me on Instagram and said, how much for an exclusive beat? I said between $60 to $200 because that's just how I talk to a new customer. They usually don't complain about the price, even if you say $700, $7,000. He sent me a legitimate beat section, legitimate beat. They say, I need something similar like this. Let's say I told him that I want $160 for that beat. And he said, what's your PayPal? Like, he's gonna send it right.
Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all gotta come up with something new, fuck off. Okay, that's funny. And it's funny because they are coming up with something new. That sample clearance scam is wild using Shopify. I never would have thought. I'm not gonna give these people any credit because they're horrible people, but they are thinking. They have been trying some new things. Realistically, if this happens to you, just hit the pause button and consider what's going on before making any sort of decisions, like sending. Just, you know what? I'm just gonna say, don't send anyone any money. If they're commissioning you for a beat, don't ever send them money. That doesn't make any type of sense. And if it does happen, or if something's unclear, just search for it. Google search it. See if there's an example of this going on Reddit. And if it's a new scam that you've either been affected by or someone tried to get you to fall for, then share it with the producer community. This is how we stop these things from happening. This is how we stop our fellow producers from getting scammed and losing their hard-earned money. We don't want this happening to us, so let's spread awareness and make sure it doesn't happen to our people. Thank you for tuning in. Much success. I hope you never get one of these emails, but the more visible you are, the more real customers are going to come your way. And with that, based on the law of averages, you're going to get some scumbag fake customers who are trying to scam you. It is what it is. Let's arm ourselves with knowledge and help each other. Peace.